Hello, this is Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, the Monday night Zoom edition, and we finally got, hallelujah, a green weekly close for Bitcoin. Let's go to the chart. Okay, you guys should be seeing my Bitcoin weekly chart.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. And so I've got this, well, you can see the 9 straight red candles. That was a bummer since March. And then we finally closed last night with the green one. And we've got another green one going. Of course, we're early in this week, but we're moving along, so that's good news. And we'll look at the day chart, and I guess I don't need that anymore. So I expanded the range a little bit up to 32K on the top, still at 28.5 on the bottom. So this is the established range we've had in Bitcoin since the early last month. So right about a month now, we've been stuck in this range between 32 and 28.5. So with that in mind, I started doing more dip trades last week, and I feel pretty comfortable with this range. Obviously, for the sake of the few things I hodl, I would like to see it go higher. But at this point, as a day trader, this is good. This is fine for now. If Bitcoin stays in a reasonable range or trends up slightly, that bodes really well for the altcoins that we like to trade. So yeah, let's go look at Ethereum. I drew a range for that as well. On the 4-hour chart, it is bouncing between 2,000 and about 1720. So that's a really nice price movement to trade. So we'll see if we can find similar ranges for any of the other coins we like to trade. You guys might want to throw out some suggestions later in the call. And there's some news. There was something in the Slack group today about new legislation proposed by a senator from Wyoming. Wyoming is a pretty friendly US state when it comes to crypto, so I hope it won't be too egregious. We know, at least in the US and probably many of the other Western countries, some form of regulation is coming. There's not much we can do about it other than anticipate it and incorporate it into our decision making when we make trades. I think in the big picture, it's going to be good for the crypto industry. The downside is we probably won't have quite the volatility that we've had before, but at this point, it's all speculation. And it's just a bill put forth by a senator. It doesn't mean it's passed the Senate or the House or been signed by the president. So who knows what kind of mischief they'll get into before a final bill hits. And maybe it just all gets ignored because there are more pressing matters. Who knows? So any other news or issues to discuss about the market overall or Bitcoin and Ethereum? Very well. I will move over to Altcoin Alert. Let's see if we can find some trades. Okay, when we sort by the AA score, I like the Altcoin Radar here. I don't care for the dashboard. That's not enough information. So I'm on the radar. I start my day with looking at the AA scores. I'm usually looking for something over 80, very bullish. I haven't seen much over 80 in the past few weeks. This XCM has been holding down the top spot, but as we've discussed before, this is the Coin Metro governance token. It's only traded in euros on the Coin Metro exchange, so pretty tough to trade. So I'm gonna ignore that, and then the rest are 70 and below. So none of these Altcoin Alert scores interest me. But we have other sorts available to us to sort. So what I like to do is my next favorite is the long-term sentiment. Sentiment score and Altcoin Alert, the word on the street, Twitter information. What are people talking about? And if you hover over this question mark, it will tell you that it's comparing the Twitter data from the last 24 hours to the last 20 days. The short-term sentiment, which we'll discuss as well, is the last hour to the last 24 hours. So what I want to do is get a match between the sentiment and the Elder Impulse daily and hourly. These are technical indicators that incorporate the MACD and EMAs. Those are trend-based indicators. So when we have the technicals agreeing with the sentiment, that's something worthy of further investigation, in my humble opinion. So with that in mind, on the long-term sentiment, we have very bullish and bullish, but we don't have any that match up with the Elder Impulse daily. Zero, nada, zip. This has been the case for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. We've got a bullish Elder Impulse here, but then we got neutral sentiment, so there's no match. So in that case, we're going to see if we can go down to the hourly, and we have very bullish long-term sentiment, and then we have Elder Impulse hourly on GALA. GALA is a coin I've traded many times. Volume's good, the volatility's good. Let's check it out. We'll start on the day chart. Like most of the coins we've looked at this year, they had big movements in late last year, somewhere between September and December. For GALA, it was in December. It's way up here at about 8.5 cents or 85 cents. It drops down to 8 cents, 90+%, but making a move today. So let's get a closer look on the hour. And we've had a move actually from here on the 3rd all the way up to 8.8 cents, almost 9 cents, 25% move last few days. So it's zipping along. On the 5-minute chart, we're too late. It's we got a big bubble, got to squeeze in a bubble, but there's no dip sequence. We have the opposite. It's pumping. We have a pump sequence. So I don't want to buy up here on the 5-minute chart. We're not in a dip sequence. So in this situation, I look for a couple things. I'll look for short-term support, which I'm seeing right about here. See that this yellow dotted line, there's several touches in the last few hours, right about 7.7 cents. So that would be a good place to place an alert. You could draw a line and put an alert on the line, or just get rid of the line. Put a price alert right about here. Add alert 0.77. And get my alerts back in order from bot stuff. And I like to put the source of the information somewhere in the alert name. So for this, it's going to be, I think that was long-term sentiment source or short-term sentiment. And that hits 0.077. I'll get an alert and I'll reevaluate, see if I want to get into that situation. I've got too many trades open right now, so I'm not gonna do another alert at this moment. So I like GALA in that situation. Another thing I like to do is go to the 15-minute chart and set alerts on indicators. The MFI and the RSI are my favorite indicators to use for this purpose. I like to look at what the coin action did after a return on the RSI from the 30 value, which is oversold, and the 20 value on the MFI, which is also oversold. MFI is the money flow index. RSI is a relative strength index. There's some overlap, but money flow, just like it sounds, it's the money going into and out of the coin. RSI incorporates, momentum and other indicators as well, or information as well. So what I like to do is set alerts down here on either the MFI or the RSI. And I try to see which ones are most sensitive. They're kind of duplicating each other. Like this one here, 6:15 p.m. on the 4th, didn't quite make it down to the 20 level, but did have a nice return up. So in that situation, I get a move, almost 4% less than a day. As a day trader, I like that. So that's a pretty good move. You can see the MFI wasn't as sensitive to that. So with that in mind, I'd probably go with the RSI. Here's another dip here. It went up nicely. This dip here, the same. So I have 3 dips at or below 30 on the RSI that have led to trades I like. So I'm going to go ahead and put my alert on the RSI crossing up. I want it to go below the level and then start crossing up, and let me know when that happens. That way I've got some momentum in my favor after a dip. And the value, I usually put 30, but the ones I'm looking at are closer to 32 or 35. So I'll go 35 on this. And this is also important. Go with a once per bar close so you don't repaint. So this will be actually repainting is not an issue on this type of alert, but it's more on the trend alerts. But I still like to use the once per bar close because I want it to repeat in case there's another dip and another recovery. Notify an app. Play sound. Short-term sentiment sort. And you're good to go. That's how you do an alert on the RSI. So, any questions on GALA?
Look, it's starting to take off again.
It is. It is. I wonder if some whales are just accumulating or what the deal is. I mean, Bitcoin's not really pumping. It's like it's down a little bit since we started. So most, 90+% coins follow Bitcoin to some degree, but there's a few outliers, and GALA might be one of those today. So I did see if there's some news here. This is the news button. No, nothing since May 16th. All right. Well, other than Craig's observation, do we have anything else on GALA? Okay, let's see what else we can find. And it's usually a good idea to reload and refresh these sorts. All right, so we looked at the daily. Actually, I want to look at long-term sentiment. And I looked at some of these ahead of time. We have long-term sentiment and the hourly again on Zap. This is a very low volume coin it's either on KuCoin or Poloniex. I mean, that thing had horizontal lines on the hourly chart. That's not good. That means nobody's trading it. NIM as well. And USRA I couldn't even find on TradingView. So TRB, this was not here half an hour ago. So we've got long-term sentiment and Elder Impulse hourly matching up. It's up 4% today, so it should be less volatile than GALA. Let's check out TRB. Okay, go to the day chart, get the big picture. Again, like most of the coins we've looked at this year, big drop from November, so plenty of room to return. Pretty nice move yesterday. Almost 10%. Gave away most of that today. On the 5-minute. Get some horizontal lines on Binance. That's unusual. So this doesn't have great volume either. Starting to go in a dip sequence. Got this dip below the bottom of the Bollinger Band. Not really a bubble yet. Regarding support on the short term, it's pretty much at it now. So let's bounce over to the 15-minute. Got some support here right around 1025. That would be a good place to get in. Then we've got the indicator alerts as well. Looks like the MFI is a little more sensitive than the RSI on this one. Yesterday at 4:30 p.m. it dipped and came back on the MFI. Pretty much caught that big move. 10+%. That's outstanding. And this dip here on the 4th got 2% pretty quickly. And then, yeah, you're back into the same move I just showed you. So it would been taking about most of the day to get 4%. That's still a good day trade. So with that in mind, I think I go with the MFI alert. Right click on that, crossing up, value 20. Once per bar close. I might just keep that one. And the yellow line should show up here. So when it drops down and goes back up, that alert will go off. Okay, any questions on TRB? Let's look at one more on Altcoin Alert, since we're kind of scraping for opportunities today. And then the other sort we've been doing lately is our good friend Robert likes to do the 24-hour change sort. And he's a contrarian, much like I am. So we're going to look for coins that have been beaten down and are probably due for a comeback. And I actually used this morning to find, I think I found Elrond this way. I'm not sure. I may have used something else, but let's check out Elrond. EGLD, it's down 6%. Yeah, lots of room to move. And quickly, the reason I like to look at the day charts to see the big picture, plus to see if there's a retracement potential. And in 2022, it's almost been a waste of time because everything has retracement potential because most of the coins have been beaten down since last fall, 70 to 90%. I got in this habit during the bull market when it was harder to find retraces because everything was pumping. The good old days. Okay, on the hour, more recent. 1, 2, 3. Got almost we have a 3, 1, 2, 3 dip on the hour. That's unusual. It's going for a 4th dip. A 5-minute. Kind of squeezy here. Yeah, not too bad. 4.5% between the bottom and the top of the Bollinger Band. And we're at the first level of short-term support. We've got another group of candles down here at about 65.20. So that would be a good place to try to catch a dip. And then on our indicator alerts, I don't think they've been that great. On the RSI, this would have been an entry yesterday. That's not bad. 2.7%. To be honest, I would have seen this group of candles up here and looked at this for resistance and set something like this for my exit. I'd still be in that trade. I probably would have ladder bought. Down here. If I ladder bought down here, I could have gotten out here and profit. Small loss in my first position and a nice gain in my second position. But so I still think it's worthwhile to put an indicator alert. It looks like it doesn't really matter which one. So I usually go with the RSI because that's the one I've used the most. So, but I've shown you one of those already, so I need not repeat myself. Whichever one you like, RSI at the 30 crossing up, MFI at the 20 crossing up. So any questions on Elrond or Altcoin Alert in general before we move over to iCoinPro? Okay. Let's go to iCoinPro. And let's hit the fear and greed index. Ooh, down to 10. Of course, the data is a little old. It's from yesterday, but it updates daily. As high as 13, I think over the weekend. Kind of surprised it dropped because yesterday wasn't a bad day trading. But anyway, extreme fear. Not financial advice, but if you're a hodler, this is where you buy your hodls. So I know I have. But today we're talking day trading. Let's see if we can use iCoinPro to find some day trades. iCoinPro is the day trading system I started with. This one in a sort of an offshoot of it. It's a very conservative approach. It's trying to pile up 1% and 2% gains and keep your losses to a minimum. This is where I learned the ladder buying technique that I like, where something goes against me, but still within the range, buy another position. And some people call it dollar cost averaging or Martindale or something like that. So there's lots of names for it, but I learned that here. And it has two tools that I like to use to find possible coins to trade that day. I look at this every morning. I like the RSI Spy and the Buddy Coin Crawler. I actually don't like the Trade Finder. It's too slow and it's not timely. So, but the RSI Spy I like. So we've got, this wasn't here an hour ago, quite a few entries now in the 1 hour RSI. As I showed you earlier with the RSI alerts, if something's below 30, it's oversold. So once it comes up from that, you can use the same kind of alerts to get these after they dip down. Unfortunately, they put a lot of Bitcoin pairs in here and USDC pairs, which I don't trade. Clay USDT volume's not as much as I would like. Let's see what else we got. BNB USDT. Now we're talking. Let's check this one out. And plus, you have the drop-down menu here to the trading view chart. So it'll bring up your most recent version of trading view, and then you can look at it. Usually goes to the 5-minute. On the day, a big drop, pretty good recovery, then drop again for BNB. On the hour, my computer locked up. There we go. Had a pretty nice move in the wee hours, then dropped pretty hard from there. 5-minute. We had a bubble, it's squeezing. It looks like it wants to bubble out again, and a pretty big, good sized drop here. So we could be entering another dip sequence. We're already at short-term support. Go to the 15-minute, still at short-term support. 30-minute. Yeah, this is as low as it's been in a few days. There's some negative Binance news. BNB is the Binance governance token. Oh, wrong one. No, nothing's jumping out at me. Okay, 15-minute. We're already below the 30 on the RSI. We want this to curl and come back up. Since it's already down there, I might go with the MFI instead. The last few MFI drops haven't done much. Drops and returns. Yeah, this one went up a little bit and down. They go up a little bit and then down lately on BNB. This one concerns me a bit. So I think I go with the MFI on this one. Roasting up on the 20. Once per bar close, and you know the rest. So, any questions on BNB? Okay. I had another one I looked at earlier, was ONG, Ontology Gas. I think this one's fascinating. I've never seen pumps like this. I mean, this pumps 20% to 100% in one day. Look at this. 100% on February 13th. And more pumps, not that big, but you know, between, this one's like around 50%. Yeah, it's over 100 too. So, and a couple other ones, you know, you never know what this thing's going to do. So that's always fun to trade. All right, on the hour, what's it doing lately? A big spike up and then kind of crashing down now. So support I see, actually this is consistent on the 5-minute as well. Well, actually, maybe it's a 15. Yeah. So on the 15, I see support here around 42 cents. Again at 45. So I'd be looking to buy in here. Maybe go up a little bit to 47. We're 49 now. So, you know, I'd be looking to buy in around here. If I'm gonna hold this for a while and swing trade, I might do that just to see if I can catch another pump like that. You know, on a spot trade or a low leverage trade. Hold that baby for a while. On a 5-minute, oh yeah, this is going into a 1, 2, 3 dip. We got a 1, 2, 3. Hasn't really broken up, so you could get in. I think if you get a green candle that punctures the bottom of the Bollinger Band, I'd probably want to see a couple of them. I'd want to get around here, closer to 50 cents, 51 cents. And then, you know, there's resistance here at 3.6%. You know, the Bollinger Band's going to drop down probably to about 4.5. You know, those are both good exit points. If you want to be more aggressive, there's some more resistance here at about 8% profit. So yeah, this one's interesting. Potential 1, 2, 3 dip right here. Not trading advice though, or not financial advice. So, any questions on ontology? Ontology gas, which is different than ontology, evidently. Okay, we'll look at one more. Actually, the other sort I like to use is the Buddy coin crawler. You've already seen a couple from the RSI SPY. So the Buddy coin crawler has added something. I used to sort by average low to SMA. It's a 24-hour low of the coin to the SMA line, that pink line between the Bollinger Bands on my charts. Then they've added this, the current low to the SMA. So in our quest for dip trades, this can come in handy. I was looking for 5% or higher on the average low, on the current low. 4 to 5% would be good. That'll give me, you know, enough room to get at least a 3% trade on my day trade. So unfortunately, it mixes in some USD and USDC pairs that don't have much volume. So you got to sort. You got to do sort of a secondary sort after you look at these and determine what the volume is. I mean, I'm really not into a Voyager token with only 22,000 in, you know, volume. That's no good. You may have your hard time getting orders filled with that scenario. Oh, I got Binance US in here. That's why. Get rid of that. Okay. So I usually like 5 million or more for my daily volume. This is intriguing. OGN, I've traded this dozens of times, 15 million in volume on Binance. It's on Coinbase Pro as well. Let's check it out. Whoa, Bitcoin dumping? Yeah, it is. All right, 1, 2, 3 dip almost on Bitcoin. Yeah, we lost 31 pretty quickly, and we're in danger of losing 30,000. So yeah, this is not good for my my hope to punch through 31, 32 and get out of that range. Seems like whenever we get to high 31s or 32, just get slapped down again. So with that in mind, looks like everything's going through dips right now. OGN's really falling. So I would look for a return on the MFI or the RSI on the 15-minute chart. On the 5-minute, yeah, it's just one big dip at the moment. Sometimes you get a bounce, you know, a dead cat bounce. But yeah, you just have to wait on this one. Everything's dipping now. Okay, any questions on OGN or iCoinPro? Are there any coins or tokens you guys want to look at just on a chart or through Altcoin Alert or iCoinPro?
About
Oliver.
Polygon.
All right, Matic or Polygon?
Yeah, Matic.
Okay. Okay, on the day, big drop on the hour. Pretty nice movement yesterday and early this morning, but now we're having the big drop because of Bitcoin. Yeah, it's going through a dip sequence now. So I have a small hodl on this. So to trade this tonight, I would just wait for some movement above on the MFI and or RSI. Or just keep an eye on this every, 5 or 10 minutes, check it out and see where it's going in the dip sequence. Let's look at find some past Matic dip sequences. This is a coin I've traded with some frequency. Not really seeing anything at the moment. Let's look at some MFI and RSI movement. We don't have any that have made it all the way. This one here got kind of close. And 2% kind of zigzagged until here. Yeah, I've been in that for a couple days. Yeah, this one came up here. 2.5%, not bad. There might be other coins better to trade than Matic at the moment for a day trade. If you're looking at it for more of a hodl or a swing trade.
It's just one of my favorite tokens. That's all.
Yeah, like I said, I've got a little bag of it too, but yeah, on the hour chart, you might be able to catch it between like 57 and 65 cents. There's actually it's at 60 now. So on the hour, you've got some short-term support here at about 58 cents. That's where I'd be looking to get in on pretty much any trade at this point. All right, thank you, Oliver. Any others to look at?
Chain link.
Oliver,
Link.
which one?
Link.
Link. Okay. Got a nice move dropping today. At the moment, we are in the midst of a Bitcoin drop. Yeah, it has not been below the 20 or the 30
Hmm.
in a couple days, but it made a nice move on the 4th after coming up on the MFI. Yeah, 8% in 8 hours. Love that. So I think I might go with the MFI. Crossed here on the 3rd. Yeah, 2.5, not that great. 3% in a day, not bad. So yeah, I go with the MFI on the 15-minute alert to catch a dip on that one. It looks like we're going to get there. So I mean, both indicators are plunging down. So. All right, last question, and I'm going to wrap this up, and we'll get started on carbon.
Thanks, TJ.
Thanks, Oliver. And okay, looks like that's about it. For those of you joining me live, really appreciate it. If you're watching on the recording, please check out the opportunities listed in the comments below. They help fund the channel. Otherwise, I will see you on Friday. If you're in carbon, please stick around. That one's next. Bye.